Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking a quick look here at Matic, seeing what's going on. Just back-end data we're going to look at as well to ensure that we understand the big picture. So if you are new to the channel, keep in mind I'm not a financial advisor. I do love teaching people to trade. If you want to become a better trader, again, I do have a Signals community as well as a trading university. So be sure to check that out. University's on our homepage, of course. If you're currently a community member, make sure you reference our Signals guide if you are familiar with my Signals but haven't truly taken a trade yet. You have to make sure you know the difference between my premium and premium plus. Premium are swing trades that I take where we take some nice profits day in and day out. Those are mostly just swing trades that I take with my community. And those are trades that I take myself personally. When it comes to Premium Plus, these are trades that are taken with an automated trading bot that pretty much just scalps the market. Solana, Litecoin, we got like 5 or 6 trading pairs that we just continue to rinse and repeat. It's a very profitable situation, but you got to monitor the charts, okay? So again, if you're day trading, make sure you can't just set it and forget it. You kind of got to watch it. All right, folks. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the back-end data here for Matic, kind of see what's going on. This is the last 12 hours liquidation, so to zoom in, heavy concentration at about 88 to 89 cents. That's just kind of the way it is. That's just above the most recent high. I'm sure folks are thinking that Bitcoin's going to pull back, hitting 44,000, and that we have just a little dead cat bounce. I'm personally more leaning towards the bias of that heavy liquidation levels at about 45,000 to get swept for Bitcoin. So there's a decent chance that Bitcoin could continue higher, and if that does, Matic will follow suit. But you do got to recognize there's extremely similar behavior between Matic and Bitcoin as of right now. Okay, again, that can change, but just know that is the case. And if you're a Matic maxi and you're offended by that, you're probably in the wrong place, because I'm just going to shoot you straight and tell you exactly how things are. I have no bias ever when I analyze my coins. Okay, and again, the whole point of that is to not emotionally attach myself to it. So it's cool if you do that, but you're doing yourself a disservice in the big picture, because again, you can kind of put blinders on if you do that. All right, so taking a look at the daily. Quickly to note, multiple moving averages, we're below the 50-day SMA, and we're averaging just above the 20, sorry, that's the 50-day SMA, we're below the 20. Okay, so being above the 50 is important, it's helpful, it's right there at that volume support as well, but it's not fantastic because that's just kind of one of those situations where that's like the last line of defense. Okay, so again, we're halfway through this fib level between 236 and 0.382, so generally at this point, we can see 85 cents holding. So far, so good. But it's not like it's an amazing thing here. It's just kind of telling us that it's a tentative support based on previous volume and the 50-day SMA. All that said, MACD is diverging. Pretty straightforward. Most MACDs are diverging on a lot of larger coins that are overextended. We can see stochastic RSI swinging down. Traditional RSI below 50. This is unusual. A lot of coins are actually above 50. I don't love to see that. And money flow index is still high. So that is kind of conflicting, right? We're below a resistance level on the RSI, but the money flow is still high. How does that work? Well, it's taken 14 days of trading here, so you got to keep in mind a lot of these really big trading days are still factored in, so it's kind of a false positive. 4-hour time frame is going to tell us a little bit more accurately what that looks like. So we do look here, money flow index is technically lower in the last 3 trading days. That makes sense. Obviously, big sell-off coming down, the price action pulling back. Traditional RSI is at 30-ish, right in that range, and stochastic swinging up. So we're in a pretty good position here overall for this coin. It's not terrible, not amazing, but slightly more positive on the 4-hour than it is on the daily. Okay, MACD isn't converging yet, but it's trying. And at this point here, we are again below some key level resistances. Just to clarify, 95 cents is a pretty strong resistance for us. That was holding as a support level for quite some time. So we can presume that'll be difficult. We'll have difficulty crossing that plane. So don't get it twisted here. Even though I say there's some positive factors here on the daily and the 4-hour, there's a lot of conflicting ones too. And when you're doing a technical analysis, you're looking for reasons to take a trade. Correction, let me rephrase that. You're looking for reasons not to take a trade. And the more things you can find that will line up with you not taking a trade is better, because then you won't take a trade and you won't make a mistake. Okay, or you're less likely to. Again, the whole point of confirmation, waiting for confirmation, that's why I try to emphasize it a lot, is because you're just ensuring that you're on the right side of tracks and you're going with the flow. If you're going against the grain, you're going to have less success overall. Same thing with gambling, for example. I shouldn't compare that to this because that's not what this is. But if you treat trading wrong or incorrectly, you are gambling. Okay, but just say you go into a gambling store. Oh, sorry, that shows you how much I know. You go into a casino, for example, a gambling store, right? And you place a bet. You're instantly at a disadvantage because the house always wins, right? If you trade on the right side of tracks, you're instantly at an advantage because you're on the right side of tracks. So you become the house. All right. It's the kind of analogy I like to try to drive home. So anyways, just let's go ahead and see if there is any more house content here. So are we in the house here? No, we're not. We're within the cloud, not a good buy sign. Conversion lines below baseline, or sorry, it's really pretty much at the baseline. And of course, lagging span is barely free and clear. So we've got 1 out of 3 indicators here telling us, hey, a long position is viable. You should take a long. That, in combination with everything else we've seen here so far, there's actually more reasons not to take a trade than to take a trade. And I'm not saying just because you don't take a long right now, or I don't think I like a long position, does not mean you take a short. Get it through your head. Just because the price action can go up or down at any given time doesn't mean you have to short as soon as a long position is closed. Okay, please know that. That is addictive behavior, and that's not healthy. A lot of gray area. In fact, 95% of trading is gray area where you're waiting for confirmation. The other 5% is like, okay, it's go time. We're either going up or we're going down. But it's never a situation where the price is going up and you instantly reverse. I would refrain from using that reverse button on most exchanges unless you're day trading. Day trading is a different story. I'm more so referring to swing trading here, okay? So I hope that makes sense and I described that correctly. So anyways, long story short here, no trade really awesome here. I think if we can close above this fib level here at about 87.5 cents, 0.382 today, that would be a pretty good thing, okay? So hypothetically, the price does one of these. 24 hours from now, we're still at the current price point. Probably going to be in pretty good shape to see the price increase. Between now and then, it'll probably be a much different story because Bitcoin will either go up or down, and Matic is following that right now, so you're probably better off trading Bitcoin for the moment, okay? A lot of altcoins are similar right now. All right, those are my 2 cents. Hope that made sense for you. No pun intended. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you check out our phenomenal exchange that we're partnered with here, Bitunix. Link down below for this. $5,500 in benefit rewards if you use my link. But more important, no KYC, no VPN requirements. A lot of exchanges are requiring that nowadays. It kind of sucks. So that's why we're using Bitget. And then, of course, furthermore, too, great thing about them, trading competitions coming up here. January 8th, if I'm not mistaken, is our next trading competition. It looks like this, and that'll be available on the 8th. That's a global competition. We're going to have smaller prize pool money, but obviously larger reward, higher chance of return for our community members, specifically in February. So just be mindful of that. You have to use my link to register, just so you know, but if you do, you get those rewards anyway, so it's kind of a win-win. I hope you learned something here today. Again, thank you so much for watching. Comment below, like the video. We'll see you in the next one.